Oh, yeah, he's okay now.
Yeah.
Oh, so cool.
So,
Yeah.
how about you these days?
These days I got so much work.
Yeah, me too. I absolute no. Uh Almost every day I had to do a lot of overtime works these days.
Me too.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
so it's a hard time and last week yeah this week one of our how to say uh one of our don't know one shareholder yeah one of our shareholder
Yeah.
just ask our department to join a meeting,
Mm-hmm.
and he talked a lot with us on the meeting, and he just think that our company has a big problem about management, uh, and because of the whole market, because the whole economic doesn't run well, so our market also shrinked a lot. So he just be really anxious about that. He just asked us if anyone could provide him some suggestions to change the organization structure, or to do something to prepare for the depression of the economics. So he also told us that there would be a cutting off uh, within next month, maybe next week. I don't know. Because he just thought our company has too much staffs, but can't make uh, too much profits.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can't make enough profits. So he just told us he would make a cutting off in our company. So I don't know. So the whole thing would be lead the whole cutting off thing, or reorganize our management structure would be led by my leader, and my leader just suggest me to manage another department. Um, but I don't know. I'm not sure. She and it seems that my leader would be the how to say would be promoted in the next few weeks. But it's uncertain. And if she got promoted, maybe I can still stay in this company. But if she wouldn't, it's hard to see, because but I don't know, because many things happened these days in our company, and our so the shareholder, actually the shareholder uh no longer willing to invest our company. So if the whole so if the management if the managers didn't follow his willingness, maybe he would change them to another one who listen to his words.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, it's hard, but a good thing I like to say, um, next month I plan to go to Australia with
Oh
my
yeah,
friend.
we
Yeah, to travel, and I've already booked the ticket, and I've already got the visa from the Australia.
yeah. How much does it cost to Australia's ticket?
Actually, it's not expensive. Um, if you got two, how to say, um, the go and back tickets uh are the are only sum up. If you sum up the go and back tickets, it's only cost me no above 5,000 yuan.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, it's not expensive.
Yeah, it's not expensive, and I heard that this year the Australia is really warm. Actually, these these months these months are the winter of Australia. So actually, in the north of Australia, like Melbourne, it would be extremely cold. But but I heard that the this year it wouldn't be a very cold this year. Maybe because of the El Nino, El Nor, um, how to say, a phenomena. So, and I also did some itinerary about Australia. For example, we wouldn't spend most our holidays on in Melbourne, and we would just uh, go to the north of of the Australia that which are more warmer than which are warmer than the north of Australia. And the I may for example the Golden Coast, um,
Mm.
the ocean is so transparent and blue. I think I really looking forward to that because these months is also the um is also very easily to see the whales.
Wheels. What?
Whales, 鲸鱼.
Oh, oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So we could take boat to to watch the whales,
Mm-hmm.
and we could hug koalas. Actually, you can only hug koalas. You can see koalas everywhere in the Australia, but only when you stay in Queensland state you can or hug koalas.
Koala, right?
Yeah，
Koala.
就是只
Okay.
有在兰州你才可以抱那个考拉。
Uh-huh. Okay,
Yeah,
koala. Oh,
yeah,
so you have the same picture with the lamb
yeah,
and the
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
it's
and
so like.
yeah, we can also go diving and
Mm-hmm.
snorkeling.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it would be how to say engaging, or how to say, would be a very exciting trip.
So just with one friend or a few friend.
But just with one friend,
Yeah. Okay.
because not all the friends has the same time, or would love to um spend so much money, or spend these days
Yeah, yeah.
on. Yeah, it's hard to find one.
Yeah. And these days there I got so much pressure from my work too. I don't know why. Head, from the second half
Headquarters.
year. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
From
The
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 what?
since the second half year.
Okay.
Yeah, the company gives so much target on us, and it push so much pressure on us. We need to I think we need to work twice harder than before so we can get the same commission as before. So I think okay, it's a little hard for me, when the when the last when the first okay, in the beginning of this year, I have so many time on my own things. I would invest myself on weekend, but these days I need to work, just work, even on
Yeah.
Saturday. So I think these days I got so much pressure from my work, and I think it's all it's the it's a it's this depression of the economy. Yeah, what
Yeah.
it so
Yeah.
and
Look,
yeah,
some of my friends, I've already heard that some of my friends being cut off from their job, and some of them uh can't stand with the high pressure, so they just quit. So
yeah,
these days there are a lot of people lose their jobs because the whole economic environment is not very well. So I don't know. I also take a lot of pressure, but um and also my time has been squeezed by the work.
yeah.
So I no space to do my own thing, but I just squeeze some time, but still, and also I just squeeze my time to do the itinerary and apply for the visa,
Mm-hmm.
and even the how to say it, the呃，人事怎么说呀？呃
HR.
yeah, even the HR just asked me, oh, where are you going to go, and why you go there these days? And I just said I want to take a vacation.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
so I just also, yeah, it's not a good thing. But my leader booked a ticket fly to Japan. So I guess it's okay. Even my leader also would take a vacation. So how can I do that?
yeah, but I think maybe it's all embarrassed situation now because your stakeholder just told the bad news of you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, that's true. That's true. But I don't know. I don't want to be stopped by those things. And even and my mom also, my parents, I talked this with my parents, and they also told me, oh, maybe you go to your vacation, and after you're back you would be cut off. And I said,
Yeah, horrible.
and I just said, if they think I have no value to the company, they can they can just do that, go ahead, and I don't care, because I've already paid a lot of efforts on this job. um and I guess there's nobody can substitute me these days, because some of my colleagues are really, you know um lazy, and
Hmm.
they are how to say, they are resistant to learn something new and try something new. So I'm kind of person, a rare person in our company that would love to learn something new and try something new. So
Yeah,
I guess I'm still safe
yeah,
these
yeah,
days, but I don't know. But sometimes my attitude is tough. I always, say some harsh words to my leader, and to even to the boss. Sometimes I would argue with them, especially when sometimes they gave me um, some impractical tasks. I would refuse directly. So sometimes they would,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
sometimes maybe that would annoy them.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't wanna, feel aggravated in the work, because if I feel unhappy in this job, there's no um meaning for me to stay here anymore. So I always say what I want to say. And the last week, actually, I just have a big quarrel with my leader, because she and my boss gave me a lot of tasks that our department can't finish it.
Yeah.
And so I just argue with them, because sometimes they don't do some practical things anymore. They just do some management, and
Mm-hmm.
they don't know how hard the work would be. So sometimes they just think up an idea, and um, assign you some tasks, uh, but those tasks are unrealistic for our department.
Yeah.
Yeah, so last time I even slap on the table to argue with them.
Okay. You may
Yeah,
be.
and my colleague just think I'm crazy, but I don't care. These days I just thought I need rest.
Yeah. But
Yeah, yeah. I just wanted to release my pressure, because sometimes if I suppress my emotions,
mm-hmm.
I would feel anxiety. And why not just transfer the anxiety to them? They have to afford the anxiety from me.
Yeah, yeah, because it's too much work and it
Yeah,
makes, yeah, it just disturb our life, and I feel so anxiety, yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
Mm. And these days I'm really I'm going to running for a leader position, because I need to present my uh, presentation to the leaders, so I can maybe
Oh,
get a.
so you apply for a position as a leader, right?
Yeah, 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 because these days our department
That's
needs.
good.
Yeah, there
The
is
new
okay.
manager.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a vacant.
Yeah, maybe many opportunities these days, because our department wants to expand maybe to larger scale. So there will be more opportunities appear. So maybe I have the chance to apply for the leader position, but it would totally change, because yeah, I used to be a leader before in my previous job, but it's totally different task or pressure from the work. So I'm still preparing for that. I don't know what's the result, but I would just want to catch every chance and every opportunity. So
Yeah,
I'm great. Yeah,
great, great.
yeah.
I hope you can make it.
I don't know, but I just want to share with you this news
Yeah,
because
just go for it.
yeah,
You deserve that, because I believe your ability.
yeah. I know I'm excellent, but who knows the result? I just would prepare for that and do my best. I don't care about
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. And
girls.
I guess in your company, the promotion process would be very transparent, right?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. So
And I want to share you another interesting. You know, I bought a car, right?
yeah, yeah. How's your driving experiences?
Yeah, and these days a little cases happened. You know, yesterday, it's we were my boyfriend and I were going to watch a movie at 10 p.m. So it's very late, and I tried to drive the car, and I didn't notice one of the red lights. So I just stopped very urgently, and but at that moment, half of my car just out of the red light.
See the line.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, so I just stopped, and and two passengers just pass the crossword and show me the big finger, the thumb finger. You know,
Okay.
at that moment was very funny. You know, because I made a mistake, and it's so it's so foolish, and and I just.
It's okay. I also did that before.
Yeah, but it's fun because the passengers just showed some gestures
Thumbs
to
up.
yeah some gestures on me. So it's not really you know it's just
Maybe they thought you are trying to, waiting for them to pass.
no they just make fun of me, but it's so
Oh,
funny. Yeah. Uh,
okay. They are so mean.
yeah, but it's okay. I just okay. Maybe I made a mistake, but I got some fun from that because these days I didn't have the I maybe because I don't have the I don't have the car uh car.
Seconds.
No, let me check this. The plate number. So I don't have the license plate. So maybe I don't get the.
License plate. What's that?
I don't have the license plate.
License plate.
I
What
did.
is? Oh, license plate. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I maybe I don't need to lose my points. Lose my points on
Okay.
my driver license. So it's
Okay.
okay.
Okay. That's great.
Yeah. Okay. They just now there are two audience on our channel. So how about get into our topic?
Okay. Let's just start it. So, who's the first this time?
Yeah, you
Okay.
are, because it's
Oh,
hard. This topic is very hard.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Why we start this topic? Why we just choose this topic about superconductivity? It's because these days a team of researchers from South Korea discovered a new material called LK99, which is a new room temperature um, and ambient pressure superconductor. So if it can pass through the peer review, the whole thing can be groundbreaking. So what is the superconductivity? Actually, the superconductivity has two main uh, features. One is the first one is a superconductor can transfer power with no electrical uh, resistance and no losses of energy. Um, so uh, so what is the reason why it acts like that? Because for example, when electrons passing through a normal conductor, there would be and the electrons would bounce off atoms and ions, which means there would be a lot of friction within a material, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so when the electrons passing through the a wire, there would be a lot of friction, so that would produce a lot of heat during the process. Um, and the higher the temperature, the more ions would move fast, right? Move faster in a chaos, right? So there would be more collision between those atoms and electrons, between these particles. That's why the superconductors uh, so that's why the superconductors has to be cooled down near the absolute zero, because uh, if the material be cooled down to a very low temperature, uh, it would reduce the motions of those particles, right? So the electrons can passing through more smooth. And so the Alky 99 just actually they just um, invent a new uh, so the South Korea researchers just invent a new material that could make those electrons bound into pairs. So these pairs can manage to move through the metal lattice without bumping into other particles. So actually, in the past, um, these how to say these particle the electrons to bound into pairs um, how to say uh, can only happen when the temperature is low. But this time they just use a different technology to make those Cooper pairs bound together at the temperature uh, of how to say ambient temperature. And uh, and another hallmark of the superconductor conductivity is it can also create really strong magnetic fields, uh, like a super magnet. So they can even make things levitate
Yeah.
above them. Yeah, because it's like a giant magnet, and can create strong magnetic fields. So when the two other magnetic flux fields uh, pass through it, um, pass through it, the this material can make those flux expelled. Yeah, because the material, because for example the if the for example the superconductor is located in the middle, and the two other magnetic flux are passing through it, both above or below it, and those because of its magnetic uh, fields were created by the superconductor, so the two other magnetic flux could expelled with each other, or with expelled by the by the superconductor, by the material. Um, So when a so when a but in the past, this condition can be realized um, only when the only when a superconductor is cooled down below absolute zero, below its critical temperature. um Um, but uh, but the LK99 can generate the same can showcase the same feature within at the temperature above the above uh, near the ambient temperature. Actually, it's 127 degrees Celsius. So it's no longer you no longer to have you no longer need to cool it down, so it can be applied in more daily conditions. Otherwise, you have to use this technology in a very low temperature, right? Um, so um, and so uh, LK99 actually is a compound of lead, copper, and phosphorus and oxygen, uh, and is a superconductor at temperatures above 400 kelvins. It means it equals to 260 degrees Fahrenheit, and ambient pressure. So why it's at ambient pressure? Because during the past decades, researchers have pursued and researchers had discovered hydrogen-based compounds that are superconductors at warm temperatures, but only while squeezed to pressures greater than 1 million atmospheres. So if you wanna use this material in a normal condition, it would be impractical, because to maintain such high pressure is impractical. Um, and so the both um, so the both ambient temperature and ambient pressure is two main how to say two main conditions to put those to put superconductors into um, how to say into a realistic uh, uh, application. um, just it, how to say so the it so is the two keys to put the into application, yeah, to put the superconductors into application. But the LK99 may make these things uh realized. um but it still haven't been scrutinized by other teams. So it's hard to say. And so if we just so what are the promising future of the superconductors? Um, Actually, because the superconductors can make the electrons or electrical flux passing through more smooth, um, and without energy lost. So it can be used to to invent super fast trains that 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 float on magnetic tracks, and it can also transfer electrical powers with more efficiency, because in the past, when we use copper lines uh, to transfer the electrical powers, there would be a lot of frictions, so it would uh, produce a lot of heat, and lost a lot of energy, cause a lot of energy losses. But with the superconductor, uh, there's zero cost. There's zero wasted powers during the process of tran- of transferring the power, and mm, and because of the superconductor's magnetic feature, it can maybe used in some medical machines to cure some disease. Uh, for example, there are a lot, or even to maybe to how to say, to do some anti-aged treatment, because there are a lot of ions in our body. So maybe with this a giant with this super powerful magnet, it can treat some disease without doing some surgeries or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, because it's high tech, um, high tech hospital equipments, and it will make it more accessible, and it's no expensive before, if we can, if we can use this superconductor.
Yeah, yeah. It can also save a lot of money. Actually, I heard that in the U.S. Every year when the power lines, or the whole power lines in America, there would cause a 5% of
Yeah,
wasted energy. And so if they can exchange the old materials into superconductor, it can be more. It can just um, improve the efficiency of the power transmission.
yeah, because I read this article, so and it said that 5% 5% energy mix can survive, or can support seven Central American 中美洲. Okay.
States.
Yeah, right. Just
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
mm,
That's true. And I remember it's 4 times.
yeah, 4 times. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So maybe this material would change the world.
Yeah, and I say, if we can use this superconductivity, we maybe in the future we can use the very fast levitating hover train.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it's very fast, because there is no friction. And also, if we want to play the board, maybe we can use the hoverboard, because just the levitating.
Yeah. Yeah. And maybe it can reduce the carbon dioxide emissions also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Because in the past there are more frequent frictions when you use a train, right?
yeah,
Uh, yeah, but so because you have to use more energy to overcome those frictions,
Yeah, right.
yeah, it would generate more emissions, carbon dioxide emissions. But with the superconductors, maybe there's no need to use too much power to 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 motivate these trains. So maybe the carbon dioxide emission could be reduced also, um, as well. So I think it um can how to say um can be applied in every areas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. So there are still many controversies about this paper because
Yeah.
before there are some scientists also published this paper related to this superconductor, but there are some data just uh, mm, just just cherry picked. You know, it's like
What is cherry picked? Oh, you sent me the word, right?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
the cherry picked. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. Maybe it's not just not so real. There are many fractions about the data.
yeah,
So there, when the Korean researchers published this paper, there are many accusations of it because maybe it would need need their need the wrong direction of the um, researchers, or maybe the because when the paper published, many scientists and researchers would mm, would
replicate
yeah, yeah, would
would replicate its
yeah, would replicate its mm,
experiment.
what.
Replicate this is experiment.
Yeah, well, would replicate its the experiment and testify the result.
Yeah,
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 it would cost much money and much staff's effort. So
yeah,
because yeah, it's really a breakthrough. So it's good to guard up um with all uh
more cautious
cautious.
attitude.
Yeah, yeah, we say cautious. Uh, yeah, but
Yeah,
it
and
right.
I heard that actually these material are easily to be replicated. So to be produced because it's not very. If you got the recipe, it can be replicated easily. So some of the teams had already started to do that, and maybe I read some articles said that maybe within the next 2 days there would be consequences.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because there
Yeah,
are still some restrictions of this experiment. Because in the Korea, these researchers don't have the laboratory that with more than 400 Celsius Celsius Cecil's laboratory to testify more features about this superconductor. So they just published the paper under a factor restricted factor.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm, so it would. I think this experiment just makes our would make would make our life more efficient. Because if we can use this superconductor, when we charge our car and our phone, it will be quickly.
Oh, I'd like to share with you something about AI.
Yeah,
Because this week I just how to say experience the magic power of AI. How to say in myself, in myself, because this week, the shareholder of my company just asked my leader to do a meeting record. So my leader just record the our voices on the meeting. And after that, our shareholder want to get a short brief of the meeting. So he just so my leader just asked me to summarize the 3 hours meeting into a brief summary.
yeah.
uh Summary. So I just feel as so I just you know
Wasting.
assigned this task to the to my one of my intern 实习生对吧
Yeah, yeah,
internship, yeah, one my internship in my one internship in my department. And so the internship just spent 3 hours um to listen to these videos. Also he used some voice transferring words technology to transfer these voices into words, into texts.
yeah.
But because the you know when people are attending a meeting, the voices can be recorded very um, chaotic, because people wouldn't speak after wouldn't be a speaker, wouldn't be just a one speaker. Maybe two speakers speaks uh spontaneous, how to say, not spontaneous,
Same,
同时
same,
uh meanwhile, yeah,
same.
at the meanwhile. So in the meantime, so he just so the text after the some AI technology transferred is still in a chaotic way, so he has to delete all of them. And but I so he spent even after the even after the time, even when we are already even when we already uh, got off from work, he's still doing his he was still doing his overtime job to do that. So I just helped him, because I just thought maybe there are some ways to do that, uh, more save time saving. So I just use ChatGPT to summarize those chaotic uh, chaotic text. So the actually it's really efficient. It
Yeah,
just surprises me, um, because the actually when I'm the attender of this meeting, I still can't remember what other people said in this meeting. So I when I send those whole text into the ChatGPT, the ChatGPT just gave me a brief summary to me. So I just use that to send to my to my leader, and she said, "Wow, it's so good." And she just thought, "Oh, you are so clever. You don't you know how to how to do those disgusting job in a more time saving way." So,
yeah,
and it also astonished me because I just realized, mm, within under such data, people can't deal with normal people can't deal with um, such amount of data, but the AI can deal with that uh, in a more efficient way. So I just experienced that in a more um, realistic way.
Yeah, yeah. It's the technique. The technique can't be understated because it really give much more pressure experiences.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And these days I need to do some documents to my clients, but I need to translate the English version to the or to the foreign clients. But if before, maybe I would translate it with the Youdao or Google and with my,
Yeah.
yeah, with my ideas. But these days I found I can use my, I can use the auto, maybe it's related to AI, just auto transformed with the plugin and in facial in our
Oh
works.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Also, yeah, you can also use DeepMind maybe.
yeah,
Is it DeepMind? So I remember there's a translate AI translator called DeepMind. Maybe it's really it can translate it, the words in a more smooth way.
yeah, yeah, but also my the facial can make it. I just need to and correct a few words. So wow,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
save me much time. So
yeah, yeah. That's great. You know, it's really yeah, yeah. Because sometimes you just spend a lot of time on that on some meaningless jobs. But if you can use AI, it can really can save you a lot of time. Because last time I just thought to do the meeting summary is a bullshit job
mm,
because because just because our shareholder wanna got a summary of meeting, so a meeting, so we have to to deal with the 3 hours voice records. I think it's really a waste of time. So I think AI can really just substitute us to do
yeah,
that.
and
Yeah.
okay,
Because it can just how to say, um it can just extract the mm, extract the important information from the from mass information.
yeah, we can use we can take the advantage of this technology. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, that's great.
I think that,
Okay,
yeah.
so do you have any suggestions to our topics?
No, and I wonder where you found this latest news.
News?
Yeah.
Oh, because almost every morning I would read an article on Scientific American.
So which channel or just use the public?
It's actually it's a website that published some scientific news.
Yeah, yeah,
And last time I also read some interesting news. Uh, I just sent it to you, the website.
yeah. And I found you always give me the ideas about the related important
Oh
things.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
breakthrough.
Because yeah, every day I would every morning I would read an article on this website, and so I can catch with the newest or the most advanced news in the scientific area. So I also suggest you to read it on that, because last time I these days I started to wearing my sunglasses when I get out, when I was outside, because I just read some articles on Scientific Americans, because on the website of Scientific American, because this website last time they just promoted an article talking about the Barbie pink.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, actually the whole article is not talking about the movie Barbie. It's just to use this, tendency, or viral spreading tendency, to how to say, to spread their scientific views. For example, use they just use Barbie pink. They just use Barbie pink to spread, to showcase their ideas, that how a person would be if he lived in a circumstances that are totally pink.
Yeah.
So yeah, so they just explained a scientific principle to me, that when we are accustomed, get used to a mono color, right, a
Hmm.
single color, we would be numb to the objects, because all if our world are only have one color, we wouldn't be, how to say, sensitive to the color, to the object anymore.
So it's related to the dopamine.
No, it's not related to the dopamine.
Yeah.
Actually, it's I don't know if it's related to the dopamine, but it's just sad, because our brain would just adjust 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 our ability to recognize the color automatically. So if we are just but if we are, if we are just living in a world that has single color, we can't, recognize the objects in different, we can't recognize different objects anymore, not anymore, just not that sensitive anymore. And also, it also said that our eyes has lenses. If with the age, it could be yellow with the age, because they had researched a painter called Monet, right?
What's Nancy's?
Lenses 就是那种滤镜吧，你可以理解为，就
Diet.
the lenses of our eyeballs would turn yellow with the age, because the sun, the how to say, the sun rays would damage our our eyes, so it would turn yellow. For example, some painters or some artists, when they are getting older, their how to say, their works would has a has a color of yellow. Would their works, their how to say, composition, their works would show a color of yellow.
Yeah.
就是
Okay.
像莫奈他们到老了以后，他们的画就会容易有点偏黄，就
Okay.
是因为他们的自己的眼睛的那个已经老化了，然后就变黄了。 然后原因是因为紫外线伤害。
嗯
所以 so these days every time I went outside I would wear my sunglasses
嗯哼
because I have to protect my eyes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess these things are really funny.
Yeah. And this time I'm a little tired. Maybe we can.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just end
Yeah.
here. So next time we can talk about the North Pole and the South Pole.
Okay. Okay. And
Yeah.
North Pole, I just found that the Australia is really near the North Pole, South Pole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And maybe I can talk something about.
Yeah. Okay.
And I also heard there's a place in Australia called the how to say the farthest place in the Earth，
Okay.
就是地球的最远端。Yeah,
Yeah. And today I found there are three audience appeared in our channel. Well,
yeah, that's great.
yeah, it's a breakthrough because.
Yeah, it's a breakthrough.
Okay. So see you next month. Maybe. And see you
See
next.
you.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah, see you next week. Bye.